A lady is walking down the street to work and sees a parrot in a pet store. She stops to admire the bird. The parrot says to her, "Hey, lady, you are really ugly." The lady is furious. She storms past the store to her work. On the way home, she saw the same parrot in the window, and the parrot, upon seeing her, says, "Hey, lady, you are really ugly." She's incredibly ticked now. The next day, on the way to work, she sees the same parrot, and once again, it says, "Hey lady, you are really ugly." The lady is so furious that she storms into the store and threatens to sue them and have the bird killed. The store manager apologizes profusely and promises the bird won't say it again. When the lady walks past the store after work, the parrot says to her, "Hey lady." She pauses and says, "Yes?" The bird says, "You know."
A distraught senior citizen phoned her doctor's office. "Is it true that the medication you prescribed to me has to be taken for the rest of my life?" "Yes, I'm afraid so," the doctor told her. There was a moment of silence before the lady replied, "I'm wondering then, just how serious is my condition? This prescription is marked no refills."
A businesswoman was driving home from a convention in New Mexico when she saw an elderly Navajo woman walking on the side of the road. As the trip was a long and quiet one, she stopped the car and asked the Navajo woman if she would like a ride. With a silent nod of thanks, the woman got into the car. Resuming the journey, the businesswoman tried to make a bit of small talk with the Navajo woman, but the old lady just sat silently, looking intently at everything she saw, studying every little detail. Finally, she noticed a brown bag on the seat next to Karen. "What's in bag?" asked the Navajo woman. The businesswoman looked down at the brown bag and said, "It's a bottle of wine. I got it for my husband." The Navajo woman was silent for another moment or two. Then, speaking with the quiet wisdom of an elder, she said, "Good trade."
Aw, man.
A boss was complaining in a staff meeting the other day that he wasn't getting any respect. Later that morning, he went to a local sign shop and bought a small sign that read, "I'm the boss." He then taped it to his office door. Later that day, when he returned from lunch, he found that someone had taped a note to the sign that said, "Your wife called. She wants her sign back."
A wife was having trouble with the idea of turning 40 and was oversensitive to any signs of advancing age. When she found a prominent gray hair in her bangs, she pointed to her forehead and asked her husband, "Oh no, have you seen this?" "What?" he asked. "The wrinkles?"
Shots fired! Shots fired!
A man walked into a bar, sat down, ordered 3 shots of whiskey, drank them, then left. This continued daily for several weeks. Curious, the bartender asked him one day, "Why do you always order 3 shots of whiskey?" The man answered, "Because my 2 brothers and I always used to have 1 shot each, and since they've both passed on, I've continued to order the 3 shots in their honor." The bartender thought that this was a very noble thing to do, and welcomed the man every time he visited the bar. 2 weeks later, the man walked into the bar for his daily visit and ordered 2 shots of whiskey. Surprised, the bartender asked him why he only ordered 2 when he had always been ordering 3. The man answered, "Oh, I decided to stop drinking."
And like a lot of us are really smart. I'm really smart.
A man escapes from a prison where he had been kept for 15 years. As he runs away, he finds a house and breaks into it, looking for money and guns, but only finds a young couple in bed. He orders the guy out of bed and ties him up in a chair. While tying the girl up to the bed, he gets on top of her, kisses her on the neck, then gets up and goes to the bathroom. While he's in there, the husband tells his wife, "Listen, this guy is an escaped prisoner. Look at his clothes. He probably spent lots of time in jail and hasn't seen a woman in years. I saw how he kissed your neck. You know what he wants. So don't resist, don't complain. Just do what he tells you. Just give him satisfaction." This guy must be dangerous. If he gets angry, he'll kill us. Be strong, honey. I love you. To which the wife responds. He was not kissing my neck. He was whispering in my ear. He told me he was gay, thought you were cute, and asked if we kept any Vaseline in the bathroom. Be strong, honey. I love you too.
Say what?